Well, I first became aware of wildfire probably about 3 or 4 years ago when a good chief of mine down in Lawrence, Robin Morris, had already partnered with wildfire and was implementing some security cameras down in the Lawrence area. So I got back, I went down there and spoke with Chief Morris about his program and project and saw what they had developed, and now I see where they are with the security cameras throughout the city of Lawrence. They have them in the downtown area, they have them in parks, they have them around schools. They have partnered with private businesses and corporations and organizations like the housing authorities, and housing authorities are able to fund parts of this program and purchasing the cameras and providing the DVRs, if you will, to the police department for viewing and monitoring the activity. So that's how I first became aware. I mean, we know that security cameras can be a deterrence to crime, and that the real true deterrence to crime is the presence of a police officer. But I always say that like here in Anderson, we have 520 streets, 15 square miles that we have to patrol every day. We can't have a police officer on every street, every day, every minute of the day. So in order to get a police presence there, there's technology out there that we believe that can serve as the eyes and ears, if you will, for the police department, and let those people that want to commit criminal activity, make them aware that this particular area is monitored by the police through these security cameras. Obviously, I said there were 520 streets in Anderson. There's not a budget that can stand to hire 520 officers. I've gone over there and asked the city manager, I said, I'll give you one way that I can guarantee you will reduce crime, almost eliminate it, if you'll give me 520 officers. Well, he laughs at that, and I understand that. So what do we have to do? We have to police smarter. We have to use the technology that's out there to make the people feel more safe and deter crime. So, and so after I have seen the program and the project that the city of Lawrence has put in place with wildfire about providing better security for all its residents, and how they were partnering with the different business entities and government organizations to sort of fund this, I said, well, we can do that here in Anderson. We don't have the budget to fund a bank of cameras just throughout the cities to go around our schools. So I've got to look at partnering with different organizations just like they have down in Lawrence. And I got with the Housing Authority here in Anderson. We are working on expanding security cameras around the housing authorities. In fact, Becky started the program, and Jeff has continued it, but Becky had applied for a grant to purchase a number of security cameras to be placed around the housing authority at Fortune Homes, if you're familiar with that, here in Anderson, also down at Westview on the west side of town, 2 projects that they have. And they went in for a grant, and they were able to secure, I think, either $50,000 or $100,000 to purchase these cameras. They had already partnered with wildfire this time, and when the money was appropriated, they went out and purchased the cameras. And what they did with the police department to make their residents at these housing authorities feel more secure, they provided the DVR to the police department and a screen or a monitor that we could view real-time activity that was going on at their housing authority. They share that with their residents there. Truly has made a real difference. We're monitoring whether it's dropped the crime rate at the housing authority. They've only been in place now for about almost 6 months, so we're going to do a study and look at how many calls for service, how many crime activities we had this time last year compared to since the cameras have been in place. But I tell you what it has done, it has provided a sense of security for the people that live there. knowing that those cameras are in place. So that's sort of how we have followed Lawrence's path to making citizens feel more secure in their homes and in their neighborhoods and in the town. So we know that wildfire presents and offers a wonderful project, and we've actually followed it with Lawrence City, and it's just making tremendous difference in the way people feel about the security in their town. So. They're critical. I mean, security cameras are critical in a couple of areas relating to law enforcement and how we deter and prevent crime. We've already spoken about the security cameras around our schools, around our parks, in our high crime areas, how that will deter crime. I mean, most criminals, even the crazies, if you know that you're being watched by, whether it's a police officer's presence or that you know that a particular area is monitored by a security camera that's being monitored by police personnel back at the station, most people are not going to commit a crime. They just don't want to do it in the presence of an officer or under the surveillance of a camera. So I see the camera technology to reduce crime throughout our neighborhoods is critical. We're not going to hire enough police officers to put in every neighborhood, on every street. Cameras, the technologies out there can serve as a police officer. And with the wildfire program, the security cameras, the way that I understand it is set up is that every place where there's a camera, there's an antenna, it becomes a hot spot, if you will. I'm not technically inclined, but I understand it's a hot spot. Hot spot to me tells me that we have the ability to move into that particular area where this camera, this antenna is, and we can sit in the zone and serve as a deterrent and have a presence out there on the street and do our reports that are coming back here. So as we see this citywide network expand, not just from security cameras and giving residents and merchants the sense of security that it will bring them and will deter crime, it also helps us manage our personnel, our resources better, and keeping them out there and having that presence